All right, thanks so much, Todd. And of course, we've been talking about all of the different cultures represented here in East Tennessee. So we recently talked with historian Jack Neely, who gave us a better idea of some of the early settlers who shaped the Marble City.
All right, take D4, D4, D4.
Of course, some of the early settlers here were from Ireland. Some of them were, refugees from British oppression in Ireland, and including a guy who was on our first, actually several people who were on our first city council were Irish immigrants. The Irish potato famine just sent millions of Irish refugees, just starving people, to America, and a lot of them landed here in Knoxville because we were building railroads through East Tennessee at the time, and they needed hundreds of young Irish healthy guys with strong backs to build the railroads, and many of them settled here. And when they settled here, they needed a Catholic church, and this is the first Catholic church in East Tennessee. Was built right here on this hill, and that was Immaculate Conception, built in 1854. But at that time, the Irish all lived just north of town, near the train tracks, and that was the church. Interestingly, faced toward Irish Town. It didn't face toward old Knoxville like all the other churches had faced toward the center of town. This faced north to the Irish town, to where their parishioners lived. The Irish came here because they were starving. The Germans came here. The Germans and Austrians and some Italians and Hungarians came here because they were fleeing political chaos in Central Europe. Peter Kern is a name that a lot of people know from Kern's Bakery. He was a refugee as a young man. Ended up in Knoxville during the Civil War, but there were several others who came here, and they brought with them a lot of things we take for granted, like beer. I mean, the first beer brewers in Knoxville were all German immigrants. We we'd heard of beer, but we didn't really pay much attention to it until the German immigrants came here. Peter Kern and his wife Henrietta, who was also German, would enjoy teaching Knoxville how to decorate Christmas trees, because we really had not ever celebrated Christmas in a big way before the Germans came, and they brought this tradition of Christmas trees and they had a big in the late 1860s had a big celebration to show Tennesseans how to celebrate Christmas, basically.